Hey guys, your pal Victor here, and we've got movie reviews for you. And today we are reviewing The Amusement Park, a long lost George A. Romero movie that just debuted this week on SHUDDER. We're going to talk about it. It's actually not what you would expect. So yeah, this movie, man, The Amusement Park, it's like about an hour long. It was actually made for the Lutheran Society of like Pennsylvania. It's basically like an awareness movie on, to get you to empathize with the problems of the elderly and the, and the poor in society. So it's aimed at young people. And it's not written by George A. Romero, but it definitely has his touch, and I feel like it presages Creepshow in a way because it's very vignette driven. And the beginning of the movie actually starts with a break the fourth wall moment where the lead of the film, this actor named Lincoln Muzel, he's talking about how he's about to turn 71 and how, elderly people, they contribute so much to society in terms of experience, in terms of, life experience and just a lot of different ways, quality of life and all that. And a lot of times they're preyed upon just because, they're some of the, more fragile members of society, especially people who develop stuff like dementia or who don't have the spending power of younger people or access to insurance or health care. And loneliness is a big, problem in the community. And, these are things we're aware of. And it's presented in this sort of allegory of an older unnamed man who wants to attend an unnamed amusement park, which is now a defunct amusement park called Westview in Pittsburgh. And he's going on these rides, and you realize, like, oh, I'm on a fixed income. He has to just be careful on what he spends. And when he tries to do things, he's treated differently just because he's older. He witnesses a crash between bumper cars, and they played up. It's like, oh, you're going to lose your license because you're 67. You shouldn't even be driving. And like, he tries to stand up for them and says, well, I saw it. It wasn't their fault, but it says on your license you should have been wearing glasses. Like the opinion of the old are glossed over. Like, you don't know what you're doing. And he tries to give food to poor people, and then, he's treated poorly because of that. He's beaten by people for being nice to children. The whole thing, it's, he sees a pair of young lovers who want to know their future, and he walks in as a fortune teller, is telling this couple that, and then they see that, they're going to die. One of them is going to have dementia, and the woman's going to die, poorly, and all the, I'm not trying to spoil it. These are just, once you see it as a whole, it works better. And they blame him, and it's just, the thing is, like, life is a purgatory for old people, and it's very sad and very affecting, but you can see how, like, elements of the cinematography and the way Romero takes the script story structure and kind of works it in a way to sort of have this overarching narrative kind of gets revisited in a movie like Creepshow, and even like in Land of the Dead, the way that the zombies are sort of treated as, second class citizens, like a case unto themselves because they don't contribute to society. You could also see that in this film. So, I mean, in that sense, it's a really good historical document, even if it's not a feature-length film. And like I said, the performance by Lincoln is really amazing, effective. He was also in Martin, and man, all I can think of is like, dude, this guy was such a great actor. And it's like, I looked him up after this movie because I was like, I don't wonder how, because you feel bad. It's like this older guy. This movie's from 1973 when he was turning 71. Shockingly, he lived to be 106 years old. He only passed away in 2009. And I found that weirdly comforting. Like, this was such a nice guy. I'm glad he had a really long life because, man, he seemed very old in this. And when you think, my God, he's going to live like another 35 years after this movie was made. That's kind of amazing. So anyway, I highly recommend it. It's streaming on Shudder. It's only like about an hour long, but man, it's gonna affect you. You know, and it makes you think. And like I said, you can see these connections to the way Romero shot other movies. He didn't write this. I've seen people kind of say like, oh, well, this is just, you know, it's not a 1-1 connection, but you can clearly see elements here that aren't in some of his other films of that time frame that do become revisited later on in his au revoir. How film criticism-y. Anyway, check it out. I highly recommend it. 4 stars. And yeah, check it out. Until next time, it's your pal Victor saying, see ya at the movies. Bye.